As a kid, I was tested every few years for learning disabilities, and the first time, the neuropsychologist told my mom that I would have ADHD and dyslexia and working memory troubles. But on top of all that, I would also not be particularly good at drawing because of my spatial reasoning. Fast forward to middle school, where I loved drawing class so much. I loved art class, I was always making things, and I was like a star pupil. And so I asked my mom for lessons to our local art gallery to learn how to draw and paint for real this time. And I went and I started learning how to draw with charcoal and oil paint from real life. And I quickly realized that the basic creative skills that I had in my middle school art class simply were not going to be enough to learn how to draw for real. At the Acorn Gallery, I was watching demos from experienced painters, getting advice on my own work, looking for my own mistakes, changing things, making bad work. Essentially, I was imitating the behaviors of the amazing painters around me and hoping that I could expand my basic repertoire from my school art class into a more complex repertoire that would make me an amazing painter. The biggest learning curve for me was doing things poorly. The law of effect was in full effect, and I was trying to repeat behaviors that gave me good outcomes, such as an okay drawing, and I was trying to avoid behaviors that gave me bad outcomes, such as a bad drawing that looked nothing like real life. The strokes, lines, colors that moved me towards good pieces of art that were the realism that I was aiming for were obviously reinforced by the behavior of others around me, giving me positive feedback, and my own personal want for good drawings. And then the strokes, lines, colors, and techniques that were giving me negative effects I was avoiding, obviously for my own reasons, and to try to avoid negative feedback. Both positive and negative reinforcers were at play. The positive reinforcers were that favorable outcomes came from the desired behaviors in forms of reward or praise, while negative reinforcers were at play with the removal of undesired or unpleasant outcomes after desired behaviors. In both cases, the goal of these reinforcements was for the behavior to increase. The best part about art is that I'm still certainly not done learning. I've made some good pieces and a lot of bad ones, and now at Wesleyan, I'm taking another art class. This one's challenging me more than ever because it's a totally different setup than any art class I've ever taken. And I'm making some good work and a lot of bad work. And I'm learning a lot, and art will continue to be an outlet for me to put all of my stressors into from the outside world, and I'll make some good art and some bad art, and I'll keep